Sweet Talking Comics with Sweet Dan Sweet. Sweet.
This is an extremely primitive and paranoid culture.
Dan read IDW's Infestation. If we're good, maybe he'll tell us what he thought of it.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my Video Outhouse. It's time for
Sweet Talking with Sweet Dan Sweet and Comic Book Man, coming to you from Comic Book Man's Video Outhouse, located at Alternate Reality Incorporated, the corner of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, where the streets are flowing with beer and the drunk sleep in the gutters.
It's because they
under
like
the warmth
it.
of the stars
In
every
the
night.
igloos.
That's because they like it there, because it's nice and warm.
Little dugout igloos.
And of course, down here at Alternate Reality, all new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone, including our book of the month here at Alternate Reality for February of 2011, Infestation. Now, Infestation, for those of you who don't know, is a 2-issue miniseries. This is the main one.
Technically.
Technically, it's a 2-issue miniseries, and what it does is it brings together Star Trek, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, and Transformers into one big storyline where the zombies from which world is it?
Zombies versus robots.
The Zombies versus Robots world invade these four universes, these four franchises for the rest of us, but these four universes, and wreak havoc on them. Now, each one of these series is going to get their own 2-issue miniseries. So Ghostbusters, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Star Trek are all going to have 2-issue miniseries. And then this whole thing is supposed to wrap up in the last issue of this, and I'm sure there'll be a special or something thrown in there too. But altogether, this is about a 2.5 month event, assuming everything comes out on time. And then it's over and it's done with. And my man Dan here is here to review the first issue of Infestation, the one that starts it all off, the one that launches us out the gate. Dan, take it!
Your honest opinion, sir.
I don't want to have to read this type of garbage ever again.
Okay, we're done. We're finished. We're out of here. Thanks a lot for watching the show.
It's seriously, I mean, just listening to you open this whole can of worms
I'm just giving you the backstory.
It's
just the backstory.
so convoluted and so messy, and I've never felt like my head would explode from reading a comic book. But it's literally two rather unnoticed properties: the Zombies vs. Robots, and the CVO, the Covert Vampiric Operations book,
which are both IDW books,
both IDW
concepts.
properties.
Yes.
The Covert Vampiric Operations is the secret government-run vampire squad of mercenary spy super people.
Okay.
All right. So then the zombies from the book Zombies vs. Robots show up.
Okay. Nothing good can happen then.
Of course not, because they just start eating people and wreaking havoc. And it's stupid, because then you get zombies versus vampires, right? Because the vampire squadron has to go into the secret military base where the zombies have managed to infiltrate through some sort of space hole. Not Stargate.
And this is 4 franchises. There's a 5th franchise in this, which IDW does not currently have the rights to.
There's 7 franchises if you count the one they don't have the rights to.
But is very recognizable to anybody who has ever watched the Sci-Fi Channel.
Stargate!
And that's not Stargate.
It's not Stargate.
Oh, okay.
It's not Stargate, but they use essentially the same technology to get to these 4 universes.
It's called the not Stargate.
The not Stargate. Yes.
But no, when you think about it, it has the Zombies vs. Robots and CVO. That's 7 if you include the not Stargate.
Well, zombies and vampires.
Well, the Zombies vs. Robots is one of their own properties, as is CVO.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're looking at concepts, you got Star Trek and Transformers and G.I. Joe and Ghostbusters and zombies and vampires and the Stargate.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine not wanting to blow your head off after saying all that?
You left out robots.
Robots.
Well, okay, robots too.
Robots are Transformers.
That's 8.
Okay.
So there's 8 concepts bouncing around in
Yeah,
here.
it's literally just a circle jerk of ideas, and it gets better because these zombies, luckily the vampires kept the zombies from infiltrating any more than 4 parallel worlds.
Well, God bless them.
Can you imagine the luck we would have for it to be the world of the Star Trek, the world of the Ghostbuster, the world of the Transformer, and the world of the other thing?
I should mention here that IDW has said if this is a success, it's not like these are the only universes that they have the rights to. They also have the rights to Doctor Who, the Doctor Who universe. They also have the rights to. I'm drawing a blank right now. But,
Who cares?
But they have the rights to other franchises
Do they have the rights
too.
to Doctor Who cares? Because it's not going to happen if this is a success. Who are you BSing? Seriously. It's that bad. And the really surprising thing is, it's from two writers who have a track record, at least in their Marvel work. And
Right.
and I mean, I believe
Danny Abnett and
Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning have each had their own success. Abnett in writing novelizations of either Star Trek or Doctor Who. I'm not sure what.
Well, they're familiar with the source material. Some of the source material.
And then, you know, Lanning does some inking work and stuff like that. These guys have really created certain corners of the Marvel Universe in which are perfectly theirs. The cosmic corner of the Marvel Universe, they have just cornered.
Well, all the Annihilation stuff. Let's start with the Annihilation storyline.
They've been doing that for years, and now they've kind of spread out with their what's the book? Heroes for Hire.
Yeah.
Which I loved.
Yeah.
So I don't
what
know.
happened here? What
I
happened
think
here?
I think they're just pulling a Ben Affleck and making a movie to get a check, getting a paycheck.
Okay.
Pulling a Ben Affleck for a paycheck.
Dan?
Yeah.
What about the art?
You know, it's adequate. It didn't do anything for me, but it did. It was enhanced by the inks and the colors. The colors and the inks really gave it a fluid, animated sort of feel to it that almost felt like one of the Udon Street Fighter style, sort of not anime but close.
Yeah.
Sort of looks. So it sort of had this really. You really felt it move. I mean, I'm not saying the book was inadequate in terms of action or shit blowing up.
Yeah. It's
But
action packed.
It's just not sensical at all. It doesn't make any sort of coherent story matter.
Now, one of the things that you might be asking yourself is Star Trek and Ghostbusters and G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, G.I. Joe.
Transformers.
You know, are they in this issue?
No!
They're not.
Not even a little bit.
This whole issue is to set up to get them into these books. So at the very end of this book, you are all set for the very first issue of each of the miniseries that are coming, because that's where the story kicks off. Now, as we're taping this, Transformers is already shipped. Star Trek is shipping this coming week.
Okay.
I've seen some preview pages for it. And for those of you who are interested, the point in the Star Trek universe where they jump in at, where these zombies show up, because Star Trek's been around a long time.
Right.
Looks like it's right after the first movie, where they're all in the Earth Tone pajamas, because the pages I've seen shows the crew of the Enterprise in the Earth Tone pajamas running around some planet. So
I don't even know
that's
what
the point
that
where
means.
Is that V'ger?
V'ger. Star Trek: The Motionless Picture, the first one.
The motionless picture.
The first one.
Basically, this is the worst book in the history of comics.
No, it's not.
Probably
No,
is.
it's not.
It
No, it's
might
not.
be the worst
No,
book
it's not.
in the history of last week's comics.
Oh,
Tune
maybe
in
last.
January 1st, 2012.
This date will forever go down in history.
So, this gets a big
Stinky thumbs way down.
Into the Greenwood
Oh
gutter.
man.
Okay.
If I could put a thumb up my nose all the way, that's what this book would get. That's the only way you get a thumb up for
Tickle
me.
my brain.
So there you go. There you go. That's the man's honest, unvarnished opinion of Infestation.
Sorry.
You can read more of his reviews if you go to the store's website, and of course more of his reviews on the Video Outhouse if you go to the store's link to the Video Outhouse. And where's all that at?
Sarah.
Always
ask Sarah. Sarah knows everything.
www.myalternatereality.com. Forget what you've heard. It doesn't give you jello knees.
So stop at the store's website before the zombies get Sarah and check out all of his reviews. And until next time.
Oh my God, the zombies.
Is that gonna happen?
No,
Are
the zombies would
gonna get
totally
us
leave Sarah alone.
in turn?
Well, you know, it is a portal to every parallel universe.
I gotta go, man. Hurry up. Let's get done with this.
This is Comic Book Man.
This is Week Dance Sweet. I'm leaving.
Saying bye! Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality, because good grades deserve a reward.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.